Notch's new game. We've got more updates. The start of our saga with this one takes us back a couple of months ago. Earlier this spring, April 20th more specifically, after lurking on the topic and following it for months on months on months, we did a little bit of a deep dive into Notch's new game called Levers and Chests. And today, we're back at it again with even more. Roll the intro. Alright, so I want to kick today's video off with the obligatory Notch. If you don't know who Notch is, I give you the basics. This little game we call Minecraft, well, the Notch has a large hand in creating this little game called Minecraft. In fact, creating is an understatement. Notch is the original founder. Now, there are many places one could do your academic research. If you so choose, slide over to Notch's Wikipedia page, tap on Contents right here, then slide over to Controversies. Hey, side note, I can't just be me. I'm still so not used to how Wikipedia looks now. I mean, it's so much more clean, but in what we'll call, I suppose, part one of this video, we did a full deep dive on levers and chests and basically every single image, screenshot, little tweet, bit of information that we had up until that point. With that being said, here's the tiniest bit of background. In case you, I don't know, don't care about part one. Notch, the famous founder of Minecraft, founded Minecraft and then eventually ended up selling it to Microsoft in 2014. Then things kind of went, for the most part, quiet for years on years on years. Fast forward to right here, where we are today, 10 years later, and maybe it was a non-compete agreement. Maybe it was just timing, fate, destiny. Either way, throughout the earliest and coldest months of this year, we got little bits of information and screenshots on this new game called Levers and Chests. Levers and Chests is being developed by a studio called BitShift Entertainment, aka Notch's new Mojang. Now, the earlier screenshots that we looked at so far, I mean, they're all early screenshots. Everything is slated to change, but the stuff was pretty fire looking. After we're done with our little meeting today, I highly recommend you slide back and check out part one if you want even more information on levers and chests. Now, this little guy that we call Notch, his favorite or seemingly preferred means of communication is Twitter. Basically, all of the information that we'll be taking a look at today comes from his Twitter. We won't be going in chronological today. Instead, I figured the best spot to begin is this one right here. Oh, and the thing I said to let me cook is Levers and Chests, a roguelike, roguelite, a dungeon crawler. And Levers and Chests will have levers and chests. So I suppose to back it up a little bit and add some context here, this genre-defining baseline-laying tweet, if you will, was in reference to another tweet from Notch where he said the good old tried-and-true classic, let me cook. The extra information that we're getting here is that levers and chests will definitely indeed have different things, like levers and chests inside of the game. Of course, that's going to make the name make a little bit more sense. Now, I don't know about you, but I play lots of different games, including Minecraft Dungeons. I played a little bit of Legends too soon, but a roguelike dungeon crawler. What in the world? After fumbling a couple of different sets of words together, eventually I came up with a list of a whole ton of different games that I'm sure are great and really, really cool, but all of which I am pretty much unfamiliar with. But yeah, I don't know. I figured maybe that does something for you. The more you know, right? So I realized that maybe I should switch over to WebGPU. This is all about the language that the game is being developed in. It's all super technical stuff. A little bit more extra information, any updates on the game, will it end up like Minecraft? It'll have thematic similarities since I like the stuff I liked before, but the gameplay is more focused on looting and hopefully better combat. But it'll have randomly generated levels, swords, whimsical magic and such, and maybe even pigs. And maybe even pigs will make it into the game. Oh, that's interesting. So from all of the images that we saw before, we were kind of speculating in part one that, hey, maybe this will be a little bit like Minecraft. After all, it kind of looks similar in the whole grid-like squarey sense. But now, for I think maybe the first time ever, we've got straight up words from none other than Notch saying, yeah, I was influenced by some things in life to make Minecraft, and I still like those things. So it might be like Minecraft. The other half of that bit of information, maybe the whole boring side, the development language it'll be developed in, I mean, it's figuring it out. And I'm kind of just like your average Joe Schmo when it comes to game development. In fact, I know absolutely nothing about game development, but I would think if you're still trying to figure out maybe like the platform or language or whatever you want to call it to develop it in, it can't really be too far along. So that must mean the release date is far. Oh, and speaking of release dates, September 10th, October 21st. Yeah, my last two tweets were about expansion for other games. There is no release date quite yet at all. On performance compared to Minecraft, for the record, the current target frame rate for my new game is 240 plus FPS on its big beefy machine. FPS feels super weird when you're used to 240 and might be spoiled for life now. So this is interesting. I mean, Minecraft gets a whole lot of slack. I feel like maybe a little bit less so lately than ever, but it gets a lot of slack for its kind of notoriously amazing performance. But yeah, it seems like Notch is maybe like trying to figure out how this game is going to perform and whatnot. And it does seem like, at least right now, this game is probably going to be focused on computer and not like console. In fact, if we're looking for the hard cold facts, the next big one, and this is one of the most interesting ones that I saved for this video right here, it's basically a couple of notes typed up from Notch on levers and chests and some of the goals and vision for the game. A roguelike dungeon crawler in the old school sense, randomly generated dungeons that are tile based, and a mini map for the player to actually look at. We're gonna have an overworld with different locations. That's pretty fire. In a different style from the main game. So interesting. A ton of different stats that you can work on and danger, including permadeath. Charlie XCX, I need the apple. I'm sorry about that one. I think I just actually threw up a little bit. Permadeath. What in the world is this? Math class or something? That's so lame. Permadeath aside, though, I love the extra bit of information that we get on it and like the direct look into his brain. And look into the brain. All right, so look, this one, I'm not too sure if this is, like, really too relevant to what's going on, but I'll look into Notch's brain. If he doesn't like something, like the Eden Crafters demo, then that means the game will be nothing like whatever the heck that is. Foundry, on the other hand, it's Automation Minecraft. I don't know, not too familiar with either games, but again, insights. It gives you a look into what Notch is thinking and liking, which means maybe if Notch likes it, the game might have some of those elements. All right, now let's backtrack a little bit. If we were taking on this video in chronological order, this would have been the first thing we took a look at. I'm still working on the new game, by the way, and this was back in May of this year. This tweet came after a relatively long, about a month-long silence from Notch on the new game. For quite some time, over the course of the different screenshots that we compiled into part 1, there was update after update and screenshot after screenshot. Then things kind of went dark for a while. It seems like this game is a long-term project and definitely being worked on maybe a little bit more casually. But levers and chests, I mean, it has the name for a reason. There will be levers in the game, and there are already chests in the game. SSAO, I don't know what that means, and best of all, properly aligned voxel models. And then we've got some images, the pictures. Look at this thing, the chest right there. That's wild and so trippy looking, seeing like the rounded chest made out of squares. This is inside of a room that is super familiar looking to the liminal spaces that we were checking out in part 1. I mean, this is crazy looking. It breaks out of the cube format and it's just like, I don't know, it's almost like illegal looking, to be honest. Little bit more information. Yeah, if you make the chest smaller, it's perfect. Like a quarter of the size, maybe. What I can say, past me was into large chests. So, these are old pictures. Love the art style. Will there be a demo for this one? That's the current plan, but it's a vague one. Haven't decided what'll be a good cutoff point yet. So not only is it obviously breaking out of this whole cube-like format, that was kind of a predictable one though, but a demo for the game at some point as well. Oh boy, that'll be interesting. Hey, and now I want to take a quick pause here to say, if you liked today's video and you'd like to see more updates on Notch's game, all you got to do to let me know is tap like on this video. And I don't know, I kind of feel torn on it. Would you like to see me check out the demo of the game eventually whenever that game comes out, or nah, should we sleep on it? Now, as you might remember from part 2, one of the big things that stuck out and at least like got ingrained into my mind were these strange guy creature looking things that's terrifying. There's more. So first things first, we've got this technical shot right here. The white outline, what's going on, and then the actual textures overlaid on the side. Next things next, oh my gosh, these liminal spaces now with people inside of them. Very super pixely, kind of crazy looking, but people inside of the liminal hallways, the corridors. So we got 2 of them. We got the first one, and then whoops, that's the wrong screenshot. This is so crazy looking. Like again, the hallways, just the eerie vibe of it, the darkness, all of it is crazy, but the people and seeing these pixel models built out cube by cube by cube. When I was younger, I had like Legos, and then I had like the off-brand Lego guys. This off-brand Lego guy set that my brother and I had, it was like a whole army themed one. I had no clue where in the world we got it from or whatever. And then it definitely wasn't Mega Bloks or anything like that. It was just like a random off-brand thing, and it had army guys that looked just like whatever Notch is creating right here. So I guess what I'm saying here is this literally could have been me. I totally could have done this. On another update on the major aesthetics of the game, screw it, I'm turning the rightmost edge of the screen into an info panel a la DCSSI of the Beholder. Release day when? Oh. And so this brings us to just about the final image, the final spot where we're going to wrap up part 2 on Notch's big game. Pretty recently, as of the recording of this video, the man, the lad himself, he's actually done it. All the character portraits and inventory icons are AI-generated placeholders. All other assets are temporary first drafts, but it's becoming a game. Okay, so the whole side quarter panel thing, yep, check, I've got it. Different images right there. It's all placeholders, so it's going to change. But you've got an inventory, kind of like Minecraft, and random items that, again, they will change. But these items, the vibe, it's so similar to Minecraft, maybe leaning a little bit more medieval. The different portraits right there, it looks like Stardew Valley. And then the scene, the actual game, the world. I don't know if this is one of the dungeons or maybe that overworld expanse or whatever, but this is like a cemetery, a graveyard. This thing is terrifying. Some kind of tragedy happened here. What is the lore of this world? That makes me wonder. And so there's that, and then there's this. I even have tooltips with transparent backgrounds. So then right here, we've got a zoomed in shot of the inventory, looking at Jess right here with these items equipped, and a sword that deals double damage against undead enemies. So not only do we actually have what seems to be some kind of overworld, or at least like different environment compared to what we've been checking out, but we've got this whole side quarter panel thing giving real retro vibes, and actually tooltips as well, almost exactly like it's like, well, that's literally just like Minecraft. Notch's next new game. What do you think so far? Let me know down below. All of the links that you need in your life from me, they're down below. Check them out. And if you like the idea of supporting me and the channel a little bit more directly, consider becoming a member today for some nice cool benefits. Thank y'all so much for watching today's video, taking the time. I appreciate it. Warms my heart dearly. Next up, check out maybe like this video, and I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.